In the town of Industry, Maine, there is a small yoga community located at Satmanov Ashram, where yoga is not a hobby but a lifestyle. They are hosting Raksha Bandhan, a festival held here at the ashram. It's hard to believe all of this is taking place in rural Maine, just 20 minutes from Farmington, and I was given the opportunity to showcase the festival here, which took me by surprise. It looks like a religion, but I'm told it's not a religion. It's a way of life, kind of like Buddhism, even though Buddhism is considered a religion. I've been trying to find a religious group here in Maine to do a story on. I've been trying to get into contact with the Amish. They just haven't replied to my email yet, but this will do. What's the idea when coming here? I mean, is there something I'm supposed to unlock? Am I looking for something out there or inside? What is the message here?
You're a visitor?
Well, I'm just saying, if I'm going to be a member here, what am I trying to achieve? Is there some sort of nirvana that I'm trying to get at? Or?
Well, I mean, either way, whether you're living here or you're somebody who's visiting, the idea is that if you look at humanity and the state of the world currently, it's in a negative place, and that's due to humans' actions on the planet. And so through the process and the science of yoga, it looks to eradicate these problems and bring a human being back into accordance with their true nature and what you're here to do on this planet.
What's with the orange getup? Because a lot of people here have been wearing them. It reminds me like you're a convict that like escaped the jail, but you made your way here. But there's obviously a meaning behind it. What's the meaning with orange as the theme?
That's just the traditional yogi theme. Like many traditional yogis in India, they're all seen and wearing orange get-ups like this. This is the traditional Indian kurta.
It looks so comfortable.
It really is, and I mean that's part of being a yogi is you are always comfortable, you're always steady.
All right, I'm here with Shinyata, right? Mm-hmm. And you're the head chef. You are responsible for the meal today. Absolutely delicious. Thank you so much. My question for you though, because this lifestyle is all about veganism. Not all about it, but that is a huge contributor alongside yoga. Why is veganism so important to this lifestyle?
So one of the main tenets of yoga is the principle of ahimsa, which means non-harming. So it means non-harming to your own body, non-harming to your environment, and non-harming to other beings. So of course, the consumption of animals means that we're harming animals, and consumption of any kind of animal products also means that we're harming the animal. And then our bodies are not biologically designed to consume animal products. So we are actually frugivore by our biological design. So we are most closely related to orangutans biologically. We're 98.9% the same biologically as orangutans, which are frugivores. So when we consume anything besides fruit and tender leafy greens and vegetables, then we are actually harming ourselves.
It's well known in psychology that everyone has a dark side, and each religion and way of life tackles that dark side. The angel and the demon on the shoulder. How does this lifestyle and how does yoga teach us to tackle that deep and dark part of our human psychology?
I think it teaches us how to find the point of homeostasis, because reality is duality, right? There's an opposing force, there's a positive, there's a negative, there's a masculine, there's a feminine, there's a light, there's a dark, there's a good, there's an evil, there's a love, there's a hate, you know what I mean? There's all the things, right? And so that's in itself, because if we came from oneness, duality began to create the reality that we live in. I think the dark is just as imperative as the light. One can't exist without the other. So it's finding the point of homeostasis and perfection of balance of that. I don't necessarily think there's an evil per se, but I think that there's dark and shadow and distraction from what was once most priority in our existence,
Like it's just basically, like I say, to support the chanting, the bhajans, so the mantras that we're singing, which are basically prayers essentially. As I said to you, it's an energetic language, Sanskrit. So we're bringing in the energy and connecting with the energy of a particular deity or an energy, and you're singing the names of God, basically.
So I'm here with Batsi. You're from Nepal, right?
Yes, I am.
Now, being here in Maine and seeing this, which reminds you of a lot, kind of like Nepal, how does it feel? Do you feel like you're back at home?
Yeah, of course, because like when we came a long way from the Nepal, like we are looking for something like that, if it's spiritual opportunity, and this place covers it all.
Seeing something like this that is really just detached from Western society, how does it make you feel seeing so many people, especially you saying you're one of the first disciples for here for over 20 years? How does it feel seeing this place grow?
I love it. It's amazing to me.
It feels like Zen and inner peace. It's soulless. It's that point to step away from the chaos. Again, all the distractions I was speaking of prior, those are distractions. They're part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? And so this brings us back to sit with self and to realize, clarity and oneness and this be in this magical space and this energy. I mean, when I come here, before I'm even pulling in, I feel my energy change. Just driving into this property.
When I first came here, I was like, how is this place 30 minutes away from what I called, my hometown? Like, how is this a completely different world? Like, I feel like I should have traveled planets to come here, It's like, but it's only 30 minutes away from what I always knew, and I just accepted, like, yeah, this is how, society is, this is how humans are. But then I come here and I'm like, wow, this is not what I'm used to seeing at all. Like, this is completely different and it's incredible.
Once it got dark out and the music and dancing stopped, it was time to hit the sauna where even more chants were played. And after spending a lot of time sweating it out, it was time to take a plunge at the nearby stream.
What I learned about this place is that I really do have to, check in with myself and make sure I'm just healthy and doing the best thing for my body. What's the cheapest meal on the menu?
Well, that does it here at Satmanov, here at the festival, and I'm very thankful for the people here being so friendly, open, and willing to chat and get deep into their connection with yoga. I want to thank Uma, who runs this place, for letting me do this. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're new, consider subscribing or following, and check out my older content where I try to find what else that is interesting here in the state of Maine. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Satmanov, for having me here and being so open and welcoming. And always remember, guys, that Jesus loves you.